Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're going to talk about this massive discount on the Tesla Model S and the Model X, all the different incentives that you can potentially get right now. Plus, you can also stack it on top of another $1,000 discount, plus even more promotions on top of that. And so I got the question earlier today, like, is it a good time to buy a Model S or Model X? And I'll give you the insight on what I potentially could be thinking about on what is coming up in the near future. But we're going to get into that, plus a variety of features. But before we get into that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best behind Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best rates. So if you want to check it out, Patreon link down below in the description. And shout out to my latest Patreon members. We've got Sarah down below. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check it out, Patreon link down below in the description. But let us take a look at this. So shout out to Sawyer Merritt. He highlighted this tweet yesterday. Breaking: Tesla has increased the discount on all new Model S and Model X inventory by $2,500 more than it was before. It was $5,000 off before that, and now it is a total $7,500 off for Model S and Model X inventory. But quick sneak peek, if you're looking for an extra $1,000 off, all you have to do is use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. Because if you use a Tesla referral code before placing your order and link it up to your order, you can get an extra $1,000 off a Model S or a Model X. If you use it with a Model 3 or Model Y, you can get 1,500 loot box credits, which then translates to 500 supercharger miles. So definitely check it out. Tesla referral link down below in the description. But so the order here is definitely do not go to the Tesla Model S or Tesla Model X website. Do not place an order. Head on over to waitingfortesla.com, because this is where you can actually see all the discounts, whether it's $7,500 or much more. Here's an example. Here we've got Tesla Model X right here up on the screen. If we switch it to demo discount, you can see there's one right at the top, $8,500. Here's another one, $9,400 off. Much more discounts, all the way up to even this Model X right here, black on black with the 7-seater in Oregon, with an over $10,000 discount. And this is more of the same on the Model S side. You can see we've got the inventory for the Model S pulled up to the screen, and you can see $10,000 off, $9,500 off, and all these incentives stack on top of each other. But the caveat is you have to find the Tesla vehicle that's in inventory near you to get these bigger discounts at the end of the day. So it does stack with the Tesla referral code for an extra $1,000 off. And on top of that, you will get 3 years of free supercharging, where you can charge as much as you want, unlimited, until the end of that 3 years. And of course, you can't transfer this promotion at the end of the day. But similar stuff is happening with the Model 3 right now. We've got 3 months of free supercharging if you take delivery of an inventory vehicle out of inventory and take delivery by the end of the month. But the flip side with the Model 3 and Model Y inventory is that we are not seeing as many demo vehicles posted onto the websites. They should have been here by now, I would imagine by the mid-month, by this month, because it is the last month of the quarter. But if it's not going to be this week, if it's not going to be this weekend, then it most likely is going to be this coming week, maybe even this coming Tuesday or Wednesday or even Thursday. And so what this means is that there is going to be a lot more discounted Tesla Tesla Model 3s and discounted Tesla Model Ys coming to the websites like waitingfortesla.com in the very, very near future. But big news, that's for sure. I mean, if you're looking for a Model S or Model X deal, like these prices have never been at this low ever. I mean, we are basically near the prices that it was before. Like take it, for example, this one right here on the screen, $90,990. This is basically what it was before all the price increases. When this 2021, when the refresh came out for the Model X, it was starting at $89,990. So basically the same price at the end of the day. And this kind of the same idea with the Model S. If we take a look at it, you can see here, if we look at, the website froze on me. Oh no, the whole website froze on me. There we go. If we take a look at the Model S side, prices are also at like this $80,000 mark, like hovering right above it as well. And if you take a look at when the Model S refresh came out in 2021, it was also a $79,990 vehicle car. So this, of course, is a Tesla price history tracker where you can see all the different prices in the past and what prices they were at and before all the different crazy increases. And so as a reminder, definitely consider using a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, because you can get an extra $1,000 off plus 3 months of full self-driving plus 3 years of free supercharging. So I'm looking at you, Harvey, because it might be a great time to purchase a Model X, especially if you get one like with an extra discount that's local to you that you can take delivery at the end of the day. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. But let's talk about the case on why this might not be the best deal. We're going to switch it up a little bit because these discounts are massive. They're great, but there's just some things to actually think about. The first one is hardware 4.0. Like for no matter, most likely these Model X's have hardware 4.0, but there could be a chance that some of these have the older hardware 3.0 without the cameras. So that is one caveat to make sure before you pick it up, because if you're going to be spending this much money at the end of the day, I would hate for you to buy a vehicle, a Model S or Model X, without it having the latest and greatest cameras, technologies, and all that stuff. The other thing, I hate to bring this up, but it is June right now. So June is the last month of the next quarter, and the last end of the next quarter is going to be September. So that could be another great time to purchase a Tesla no matter what. So if you don't need a car, you could wait all the way to end. But the thing with that, September is what, 3 months from now? What happens every single year around the October to November timeframe is that there is a refresh, or not a refresh, but there's a model year changeover in which we go from 2023 Tesla Model X's to 2024. There most likely won't be any sort of exterior or interior changes on the Model S or Model X, but that is just something to think about. Like you basically will be buying a 1-year-old car at that point, maybe not too terribly bad, especially if you're going to keep it for 4 to 5 years, but that could be something to be aware about, especially if you're someone that doesn't keep your Teslas that long, or maybe 1 to 2 years, then that could be something to be aware about. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, with some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which is the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there, with all the best financing rates for financing your Tesla, all lower than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. All right. Thanks for coming in, Harvey Warfox. Congrats, Warfox. You picked up your car yesterday. Was everything good? Go smooth? I can't remember. You were getting a Model 3, right? Congrats to you. If anybody's out there that has just bought a Tesla or is about to buy a Tesla, definitely check out our Tesla or Tesla discount codes for various accessories down below in the description as well. We got 3D Mats USA, Vion, Jawa, Tesloid, and MAGBAK as well. 3D Mats USA is a premium floor mat, so definitely recommended. We've got a set in our Model X, and also there's a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. If you use our Tesla referral code before placing your order or taking delivery, you can get 1,500 all loot box credits, which translates to Tesla supercharging miles, all the way up to $1,000 off on a Model S or Model X. So really good stuff if you're interested in buying a Tesla right away. In this next topic, there seems to be a new mode within your Tesla vehicle that is potentially not able to be accessed by us and only by Elon. And this is being dubbed as Elon Mode, and pretty interesting stuff. It seems like Green, the only one of the Tesla hackers and dissectors out there, was able to figure out. So we'll definitely take a look at it and talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. So definitely hit that subscribe if you are interested, and check out our Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and get access to plenty of benefits, including a ultimate Tesla buying guide. But take a look at this. So this is on reddit.com. Shout out to Green the Only for posting this on Twitter. It seems like that he was able to access Elon Mode within the Tesla vehicle and has driven 600 miles on this vehicle. And the big thing from this, he even places some videos on what it actually works out. But I don't know about you all, but when you're driving in the Tesla, it nags you a lot. Like if you're looking at your phone, it tells you, hey, look back up. And it pretty much nags you to press something on the steering wheel or the scroll wheel every 20 to 30 seconds unless you're looking forward. But it seems like in Elon Mode, it doesn't nag you as much. It doesn't try and get you to pay attention. And so Elon, I guess, hated that feature because it was too annoying and didn't want it to go off as much as possible. The other one that was pretty interesting that he was able to highlight is that it didn't break as much. It was a much smoother vehicle. It wasn't aggressive during all the different things. And so that's pretty interesting that Elon doesn't like any of those features in terms of the nagging and or the hard braking. And he was able to get his own version of that turned off. So hopefully he can roll that out, or maybe give it to other people with, of course, a liability waiver or something like that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff that there's a different mode for Tesla Autopilot, full self-driving, and all these other stuff on top of that. But let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link. We can receive the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. So definitely check it out if you're interested. All right, water break. Hope everybody is doing well. I know today is a little bit of an early day for a Saturday stream. But on top of that, there is another giveaway that we are announcing. It's been running on our Instagram. Well, I'm going to pick the winner live. We've got the comment picker all picked up, and then we'll announce it on stream. And then of course I'll send a DM to that winner after that. But if you want to get some late entries in, you got to head over to my Instagram page first. Check out this post right here. And of course, we're giving away free tint for your Tesla, sponsored by OC Tint Solutions. So you can try and enter in that. We'll probably pick the giveaway winner at the end of this stream. On top of that, if you're interested in winning this other giveaway sponsored by Vion, we're giving away a Model Y sunshade. Shout out to Vion for sending us this. If you want to enter in that, you got to go into our YouTube community page on the homepage here where we do all the different polls. It's a third post down. You can enter in there, and then good luck to everybody if you're interested in winning the sunshade for your Tesla Model Y sponsored by Vion. We're going to be doing more giveaways throughout the months, at least 2 to 3 a month. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested in winning some of these giveaways. In this next topic, it seems like Rivian has unveiled more details about their $40,000 R2 SUV in the near future. So we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so shout out to Rivian Updates. They posted this: Rivian to unveil R2 vehicle in early 2024. It seems like a while from now, but that could be coming very, very soon. It seems like Bank's Global Industry Conference, the Rivian CFO confirmed that the highly anticipated R2 vehicle will make its grand debut at the beginning of 2024. Some key details is that the R2 has a price range of $40,000 to $60,000, which is right in line with the Model Y, maybe even Model 3. So this could certainly give the competition a little bit of a run for their money, especially Tesla, because there's also other vehicles that are coming in this same price range that is going to give Tesla a lot of competition. I don't know if you've missed it or if you saw it. Volvo has released details on the EX30, which is also coming out at that same time, and it has a starting MSRP of $34,900. $950. You can see it is a nice looking car. It is a small SUV, and I can imagine Rivian would follow suit and trying to target this same exact market. Rivian's quote, Rivian CFO stated that Elon Musk's renowned quote, the best is no part. So it makes me think that Rivian is taking the Giga Texas Model Y approach to the next factory. But I mean, if it looks like this, that is going to be hot. It looks like a great looking car. And I was definitely not a fan of the Rivian front, but it has certainly grown on me now. And I really appreciate seeing all these different vehicles that are Rivians driving around. But really cool stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic and then definitely the giveaway at the end. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. So definitely check it out if you're interested. Harvey, yes, let's go. Been waiting for this price drop. Yeah, Model S, Model X, good, decent deals at the moment. And of course, head over to waitingfortesla.com, find inventory vehicles that are near you with extra discounts, and then also definitely use a Tesla referral code, because if you're buying a Model S, X, or even Model 3 or Model Y, you can get extra incentives on top of that. Model S and X get an extra $1,000 off, and Model 3 and Y get 1,500 loot box credits, which can then be transferred to get supercharging credits. Nicholas, hey Dennis, just drove the Model Y all-wheel drive and Model Y Performance. They felt close to the same to me. Should I wait to place an order from it? Well, that's interesting because the Model Y right now is starting to get a lot more inventory than before. So I would say try and find an inventory discounted vehicle on waitingfortesla.com. Definitely, of course, use a Tesla referral code. And if it really isn't a difference, and that's the thing, like, yes, Model Y Performance certainly has a lot of speed, 0 to 60, but really all Teslas and actually all electric vehicles are pretty fast because of that 0 to 30 mile per hour acceleration. So that's probably why it felt pretty much the same to me, unless you're talking about suspension. But yeah, I would say just try and get it now, especially because there's end of quarter, end of month deals right now, but in terms of some inventory ones. But it seems like all these vehicles that don't have any sort of discount all have hardware 4.0. So you could wait. You might as well wait till the next few days, maybe to decide by this Thursday or Friday coming up to see if there's any sort of extra incentives that come out by the end of the quarter. But if you don't need a vehicle, you could wait even more. I mean, there was a price increase on the Model Y all-wheel drive very recently, but they did not increase the long range and performance. And so they could be holding off on this because inventory is certainly starting to stack up. I mean, I don't think we've seen Model Y vehicles in this high inventory count for a while. So we could start to see more incentives, maybe even next end of quarter. Juan, yeah, hi, yes, definitely early today. We've got to do something around 5 o'clock, so we jumped on a little bit early, and then we've got to announce the giveaway at the end of this as well. But thanks for coming in, Juan. Thanks for coming in early. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. Thank you to everybody that's come by a little bit early to join in on this early stream. In this next topic, we're going to talk about the top 5 concerns about owning an electric vehicle. It seems like there was a study done, and this seems to be what people are most afraid about an EV adoption, and this could be hindering EV adoption as well. So that's why we make this channel. That's why we talk about all the different things that we can get around it. And on top of that, cost is probably a big factor as well. But we've got a mission to do. We've got to help other people understand and educate and understand each other on how electric vehicles are actually not that expensive at the end of the day when you factor in a bunch of different things. But we're going to talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. So definitely hit that subscribe if you are interested. And so let us take a look at this. Shout out to Inside EVs. Quote, are cost misunderstandings hurting mass EV adoption? It seems like there was a study done in the TLDR is that there's a graph right here, and you can see the top 5 concerns or top 10 concerns about owning a electric vehicle or battery electric vehicle. But the biggest one is battery life. I guess 59% of people, or whatever the study is, are worried about all the battery degradation, range loss, or things like that. But the big thing with that is that electric vehicles, Teslas included, have really long warranty life, or really any vehicle any manufacturer that's selling a electric vehicle has really long warranty life. So as long as your battery life doesn't degrade past like a certain percentage point, you should be fine at the end of the day. The second one is recharging time. It looks like 51% of those people are worried about that. And that kind of makes sense, especially if you do not have some sort of home charging setup and you have to rely on Tesla's supercharging network, because those chargers, they can take 20 to 30 minutes every single time. And that's something you have to factor in at the end of the day. But once you get a charger at home, it really makes sense, and it really makes it really easy that you don't have to figure out and just charge at home at the end of the day. The next one is driving range. It seems like 47% have some sort of driving range or range anxiety, and that's valid and fair, but most people, I feel like, do not drive over 100 miles a day. So if you have a home charger plus you're doing a lot of driving, then it really makes sense no matter what. But if you don't have either of those two things, then I can certainly see why it could be much more of a bigger concern at the end of the day. The next one is battery pack replacement costs. I guess that could make sense if you're buying a much older or used Tesla vehicle, then you're worried about that. I mean, they probably see all these headlines where people are paying 15, 20K for a battery replacement, but that could certainly make sense no matter what, or certainly not make sense no matter what. Affordability and fewer public charging stations are the fifth/sixth one. And affordability makes a lot of sense because of the perception of Tesla. I feel like Tesla for a while has had this perception that it's an expensive vehicle, but I mean, after today, I mean, these past few months, you can really get Tesla vehicles after incentives and credits and even state incentives for really much in the 20s at this point. Model 3, 27, 28,000 after all the incentives. It could make a lot of sense, especially if you're using a referral code just like the one down below in the description, because then you can get extra 1,500 loot box credits, which then translates to 500 supercharger miles for charging up your Tesla. So that could alleviate some of your range anxiety while you're waiting to get your home charger set up at the end of the day. And on top of that, we promote this website a lot, but waitingfortesla.com, where you can see all the different inventories that vehicles available across the country. You can see all the different discounts, and that's where it makes it a lot more cheaper at the end of the day to buy and finance a Tesla. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts. Do you agree or disagree with some of these concerns? And after you've bought a Tesla, if there's anybody out there that has just purchased one, what has your perspective changed on this? I feel like a lot of this pretty much goes to the wayside once you get into the ecosystem and get used to driving an electric vehicle, whatever the vehicle is. And that certainly makes a lot of sense at the end of the day. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. And on top of that, we're doing the giveaway for OC10 Solutions. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best financing rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. All right, let's see. US picked up Model 3 yesterday. Use your referral. Thank you, US. Congrats to you. Congrats on purchasing the vehicle. Definitely check out some of the Tesla accessory discount partners down below in the description as well, so you can save a little bit more on Tesla accessories. We got 3D Mats USA for premium floor mats. A lot of you have been using that recently, so thank you. We got Vion, Jawa, Tesloid, and MAGBAK for a phone mount. So definitely check them out. And congrats to you, US. Hopefully everything went well. Build quality good. Delivery appointment good. It seems like, I feel like there's always an end of month rush or end of quarter rush. So if you got delivery appointments in the next couple of weeks, just be aware of that. There is going to be a lot of people picking up Teslas because they got to hit their end of quarter numbers. So just be aware of that. Hi, do you see existing Model 3 inventory prices dropping anytime more this month? It looks like their existing inventory prices actually increased a little bit of a few days ago. Yes. So what actually happened was Tesla incorporated free supercharging for 3 months for the Tesla Model 3, and then they backed down the inventory discount by $200, or they made it worse by $200 to offset that 3 months of free supercharging. So that's why I feel like it kind of changed. But in terms of more incentives this month, possibly. I mean, we've got a few more weeks left in the quarter. Maybe even this Thursday we could see an update, or maybe even the next Wednesday after that. But if you got a pending order, then they're going to definitely try and get you to take delivery ASAP. If you don't have a pending order, first, consider using a Tesla referral code down below in the description, because then you can get extra 1,500 loot box credits for supercharging miles, so you can make your deal that much more sweeter at the end of the day. Rich, will there be a price change for the Model Y? So they just increased the price of the Model Y all-wheel drive standard range base version by $250. So could there be another one? I mean, they didn't touch the long range or the performance, but the one thing with that is that there's certainly a lot more Model Ys creeping into inventory these past couple days. And so what happens is when Tesla gets more inventory, prices will come down. So we'll keep an eye on this, that's for sure. And then we're still waiting, or I'm still waiting to see the discounted demo inventory dump. There's always that happens at the end of the quarter. So definitely keep an eye out on waitingfortesla.com, and definitely make sure you got your Tesla referral code linked up first, because you got to click open the referral code first, then go to waitingfortesla.com, hit the reserve, and make sure you get the green check mark so that it's linked up, lined up, and ready to go before you place your deposit, so you can get your extra 1,500 loot box credits. US, if you want Model 3 rear-wheel drive, would say buy it now, and they seem to be going down in inventory. It's already preset, cheap with the incentives. Yes, on top of that, the free supercharging, and it's a pretty good deal, I would say, unless you're someone that just wants the latest and greatest every single time with the newest iPhone and things like that. All right, let's choose this giveaway winner. I know a lot of you have been hassling me, but on our Instagram page, if you're interested, or it's too late by now, but we ran a consecutive or a side-by-side giveaway for OC Tint Solutions for free tint for your Tesla. So we're going to throw it in here, the handy dandy Instagram comment picker, Aru, and let's see which comment it actually picks. I think there was only a couple of qualifiers that you had to do. You had to mention one person, you had to follow another person. So let's just see what actually happens here, and I think you had to tag someone as well, but here we go. I can't see Denim. Let's make sure they tag someone. So let's screenshot this really quick and then go over to the, let's see here, Denim, because you had to tag someone on here. You couldn't. Oh, look at that, Denim. Congrats to Denim. You are a winner. I'm going to double check, of course, that you are following both accounts, but if you're watching this now, you can get really quickly follow both of us to make sure that you're doing that if you haven't already. But I'm going to double check after we get off this stream. But thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for joining us on this early Saturday stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.